whipping it in a Chevy Cruze. I don't know if you can tell at all what it is. We got a new marketing client. Little basic bland gasket or Cruze. Gonna give it a detail, market it well. I'll show you the before and after, do all that, and help get this sold for top dollar, because I am sure that I can eke out a good amount more than they had it listed for with better marketing and a very thorough detail. So one of the things that I always like to do if the client's vehicle is low on fuel, just like this one is to at least get it to a quarter, if not a half. Just threw in 10 bucks of gas, threw in premium, because this thing's the little turby, and we at least got it above a quarter, which is vital. And I eat that cost every time, but it should go, I would say, nearly halfway, I bet. Yeah, that's decent, and that makes it look so much better, just because it makes it look like someone cared enough to keep gas in the tank. There's enough for all the test drives. There's enough for me not to have to worry about it, and I'll eat that cost. It's whatever. It's very well worth it though, just to put a few bucks in. All I did was 10 bucks, and it goes from being, oh, dead empty, maybe they neglected the maintenance, the gas lights on, is there even enough fuel to test drive this thing, to then, oh, this is solid, this is decent, let's go for it. We are here with the Cruze. Already started the wash. Gonna spray it down, get it cleaned up. As you can see, there's some dirt on the outside. Come a little closer. We got some dirt. We have some general grime, especially down here. It's just not a clean car, so we're washing her off. Bam, there it is. This thing looks so much better. Tires are jet black, the wheels are really clean. There's a little bit of some light dirt that I'm gonna have to use a cloth to get off. I don't know if these headlights even need polished. This thing cleaned up so nicely. So that's it for the detail, really quick. I'm going to head back with the whip now that she's clean. So once I move, hopefully you can see it, there is quite a bit of dirt in the interior of this thing, along this panel, all down here, and the floor mats are exceptionally dirty. We can try to crank in the zoom and get in on there. Oh yeah, you can see that needs some love, and you can start to see that little bit of staining on the seat, and let me tell you, looking up close, it is not much better. So I'm gonna do some stain removal, get it cleaned up, should be good. So as you can see over here, we have tons of dirt, and then this seat specifically is the worst in terms of staining, in terms of all the gunk we have going on there. So we can bust out the purple cleaner. So I noticed an issue on the Cruze, and that is the valve cover gasket in the engine. There's a leak. So it's leaking oil from that valve cover gasket onto the exhaust manifold. The exhaust manifold's hot, and so it's burning that oil. And especially when you have the heat on, but really at all times, you can smell that burning oil in this car. Now, mechanically, it's fine. It's not been run low on oil. I checked the oil level. It's fine. But it is a nuisance and it smells bad. Now, this is not a complex, hard part to change. It's actually really easy. I'll show you where it is right here. As you can see, we have the valve cover gasket right here, and we have that little bit of oil leak right here. And all we have to do is change this gasket that's right here in order to fix that entire oil leak. So here is the new gasket. It is $20 for this part, and it is so worth putting on, so worth installing when it comes time to sell this, because it's the difference between having an engine that possibly smokes, having an engine with problems, something that needs to be replaced. On top of that, it makes the car seem like it's been neglected, not properly cared for and maintained, even though it has been. And finally, it makes anybody buying it question, I don't know if this is a good car. Rather than having a really nice test drive when checking this thing out, they're going to smell the oil and say, oh, this is sketchy, it burns oil, this seems bad, I don't want to buy it. So in order to get top dollar for the car, I suggested that the valve cover gasket be changed. They said, should I take it to a shop? Should I take it to you? Is this something that you can do? And I said, sure. So $20 part, it should take half an hour, maybe an hour tops, and I can be paid pretty heavily, but still less than a mechanic. So it's a win-win-win for every party involved. See, the buyer wins because they don't have to deal with this. They don't have to pay a mechanic, and they don't have to deal with this bad smell or checking the oil. I win because I get to be paid more based on doing more work and adding more value for my client. And finally, the client wins because their vehicle is going to sell for a lot more. See, if they pay me 20 bucks for the part and 80 bucks to install it, that's 80 bucks an hour for me, $100 investment for them, but their car will sell for more than $100 more. And it's still less than a mechanic would charge. So I'm taking care of this valve cover gasket, and I will show you that right now. Hopefully the camera got the reinstallation. I noticed that it said it ran out of memory at the end there, but I did get it fully installed properly, all done, and it took less than an hour of my time to fix an oil leak. So worth it. Now I'm gonna go test drive this car, make sure that everything is seated properly, everything's good, double check the oil level one last time to make sure that everything is up to par. So now the Cruze is all finished up, it's detailed, the valve cover gasket has been changed, everything's done, it's ready to go. Time to get some pictures. I'm just using my phone's camera instead of the big camera because that's all you need with a common car just like this. You don't really need anything to get started, anything crazy, anything special, no crazy shop or whatever. That's why I love automotive marketing so much. There's not much overhead, there's not much investment in terms of tools. If I didn't do the valve cover gasket job, I wouldn't have needed any tools other than my phone. to work this and make hundreds of dollars. So I'm gonna grab the pictures, let's get to it. Finally, we are all done with the Chevy Cruze, the fixing and repairing, the cleaning and detailing, and the marketing. I'll throw some pictures of what it looks like for the ad right here so you can see how it turned out. Now, this is a huge difference, a stark contrast between how the seller had originally listed it, and it's in much better condition cosmetically because of the wash and detail, and mechanically because of that new valve cover gasket. Anyway, I added a ton of value to this car and was paid as a result. Now, I have this automotive marketing business because I see so many people struggling with selling their vehicle. It takes them forever, or they sell it for severely under what it's actually worth. So I step in as the expert and help private party sellers sell their vehicles, and that's exactly what I did. If you're interested in learning how you can start an automotive marketing business, and really all you need is a smartphone to get started, something to take pictures with and reach out to clients with, then there is a link down below, and you can use the coupon code Chevy Cruze if you're interested in getting started for a little bit of a discount for making it all the way to the end. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, drop a like, drop a comment down below asking me whatever questions you had. Did you think the transformation was as excellent as I did? And if you want to see more content automotive related on the channel, then make sure you're subscribed down below. And with that in mind, I will see you on the next one.